Blackfoot Communications continues to lift up our local entrepreneurs, delivering the resources needed to transform ideas into businesses. Our C2M beta program was founded with the mission to connect local entrepreneurs to more. With access to more professional expertise, more state-of-the-art technology, and more development resources, our 12-week program delivers the foundational and modern skills required to transform influential ideas into thriving businesses. Apply today at goblackfoot.com/apply.
Give me the opening statement.
Yep. The first thing I want to say is congratulations to our women's program on winning the championship. That's big time. You know, I'm excited about our win, but that's a big time accomplishment by Coach Binford and her girls. But this game, I mean, talk about a great college basketball game. You know, we just had to literally claw back the entire 40 minutes. You know, it felt like we get close and then they hit a shot. We get close, and they just. But that's Weber. They're a great team. And any team that's coached by Randy Rahe, you know you're going to get their best, especially in the semifinal. And but these guys kept battles. So these two guys on our right and left, you know, and especially in the second half. You know, I thought, you know, Zeno got us off to an unbelievable start. He got aggressive, and he got some post touches and getting that thing to the rim. And obviously Rahe, you know, going 13 to 14, especially down the stretch when it mattered. You know, that's big time players. You know, X was terrific in the first half. DeBrill, the dude's a warrior, man. Like, he probably shouldn't be playing, but he's there for his teammates. And, you know, you can see, you guys have all seen DeBrill before. You see how explosive he is. You know, he doesn't have that right now. So we got to try and get him healthy in the next 24 hours. But I mean, what a gutsy win, you know, against a really good team. You know, a great offensive team too. You know, I think they're, you know, up with us on the defensive side, or up towards the top two. But I mean, when plays had to be made, we made them. You know, and you know, thank God that clock ran out, you know, right there at the end. But we did a great job defensively. You know, to be honest, I was telling Kellen to foul call because I didn't want him to get up a three. Because I've seen on film and I've seen him throughout his entire career, him make that shot so many times. And you know, basketball guys are with us tonight.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now take questions for just our team.
Culture Nuance, Scott Sports. Amin, such an intense game. So how do you balance matching the intensity in a game like that, but also staying composed and be able to finish the game?
I mean, one of the biggest keys we talk about, especially at the start of the game, is find a way. Coach Sprinkle always tells us find a way, no matter what it is. And I feel like we stayed the course. We kept our heads up. We didn't keep our heads down. We kept fighting, and we found a way to win. It's crazy.
Well, RaeQuan, they were ready to roll right out the gates, and so they were going to match you blow for blow. How were you guys able to sustain it? How were you guys able to come out on top?
I mean, just knowing who we are, man. We've been in games like this all season, you know, from Colorado to now, pretty much. So I mean, we're kind of used to it. That's why we schedule those games. When it comes down to the, you know, postseason, we want to be prepared for whatever happens when it comes down to the wire.
RaeQuan, we heard from Danny yesterday that you know, this week you have not been feeling your best. You had some sort of stomach ailment or something. Can you take us through what you've been feeling this week and how you kind of found it within you to perform as you have in these first two games?
Yeah, I kind of got sick on Sunday, and it was pretty bad. I was throwing up a lot, but you know that doesn't hold me back. You know, my mom raised me as a lawyer, so you know whenever the team needs me, I'm ready to go. You know, we got a great staff. You know, Brett helped me out. He got me right, our trainer. So you know, just all of us being together and everybody getting each other's back. You know, helped me prepare for the games.
I got a simple answer. He's a big time player. He's a big time player, and it doesn't matter if he takes 2 weeks off. When you roll the ball out, these dudes are going to show up.
And for both of you, Weber State put in a tremendous defensive effort yesterday against Montana. What did you expect out of them coming into today, and how did they make things difficult for you?
The same intensity. We knew they were trying to get it back after what we did to them at their place. We knew everything was going to be tough. We knew we had to match their intensity. At the start of the game, they came out so aggressive. We didn't come out so aggressive as we should, but we found a way, as we always say. And I feel like we did a good job just matching their intensity throughout the whole game, especially in the second half.
I mean, yeah, we kind of got on them in the first game, or the second game, I should say. So we kind of knew they were going to come at us pretty hard. We just had to really prepare for that. I mean, they kind of hit us in the face in the first, 10 minutes. But, you know, like I said earlier, we've been here before. You know, we just bounced back and we just had to try better.
RaeQuan, big-time players hit big-time shots. Comes down to the charity strike, ice in your veins. Do you want the ball in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I do. I feel like I've always dreamed for these moments. The other day I hit a game winner. It was, the best feeling I've ever had. And having the boys I love me come and hug me after a win. It's a dream come true. This is why we play. This is exactly why we play.
RaeQuan, just right here, 13 for 14 from the free throw line tonight. Just can you kind of explain what your preparation is like so you're ready in a moment like that to hit so many free throws in a game like this one?
I mean, my free throw thing, it started since I was young. My mom always made me do like 5 push-ups for a missed free throw, and I was getting tired of doing that. So
I want to thank his mom.
I was getting tired of doing that, so I just wanted to lock in and focus on what was important. It's that free throw.
And obviously, this is one of your first years with Montana State, and leading them to a helping lead them to a championship game. Just how does that feel? Being here and helping them do that.
It's surreal, man. Coming from like a program I came from the past 2 years, and having Coach Spring, trust me and take me under his wing, and guide me through the Big Sky League, into the championship game. It's a great feeling, especially just seeing the improvement from just last year to this year. It's tremendous. I'm grateful.
RaeQuan back here, Zach Kaplan, SWX. It's been talked about a lot, just, kind of the trials that you guys have been through this week. And then obviously you get into tonight where Jabril's getting into foul trouble, X is getting into foul trouble. Did you feel like you had to step up? And, can you kind of, has it set in yet that you guys are in a championship game amidst all that?
Yeah, all of us got to step up. Even like our backup point guard, the times he's a lockdown defender. We need him at the end. He was doing his thing at the end. So, that's why we're a deep team. We have all the tools, for whatever somebody goes down like.
Amin, you had such a great tournament last year, and you came out that same way in the second half. So how are you able to channel it? How are you able to channel your highest level in this tournament?
I felt like the first half I wasn't really aggressive as I should be, and halftime I was just in my head and I kept thinking about last year, same situation. We was down, we had to fight back, and I knew my team needed me, and I had to be aggressive, like no matter what. Like it could have been my last game. I couldn't be sitting here with anything. But I knew I had to be aggressive. I knew how to help my team find a way to get us in the right position to get this win, and I feel like I did a pretty good job, and my team had my back, vice versa, and came out strong.
Thanks, guys. Coach, if you could say, you guys made the check out. So now open it up here.
Hey guys, a quick note, this is the first time in program history the Cats have been to back-to-back Big Sky Championship games, and RaeQuan's 13 free throws is third most in program history.
Standing back here, Zach Kaplan, SWX. Has it set in, just given everything you talked about this week with Jabril, with X, with Rae obviously battling various injuries, ailments of sorts, just that the fact that despite all that, you guys are back in the Big Sky Championship game?
And I don't want to sound arrogant, but I expected it. I told our guys even when those guys weren't practicing all week, I said, I don't care who's playing, we've got a countdown. I've been reminding these guys for about the last 40 days, hey, we got 28 days. 28 days. Okay, we got 19 days. We got 8 days. We got 3 days. Okay, well now we're to the day. We're to the day. And I don't care. I trust all of our guys. I just told them in the locker room, Borja Fernandez, Isaac Spear, I can put those guys in tomorrow night and I know they're gonna produce. I know they're gonna execute what we've been working on, because that's the way we've tried to build this program. It doesn't matter who's there, you go do your job. You do your job, and if you just do your job, let everything else fall in place and we're gonna be all right.
And then with RaeQuan, whether he's hitting half-court buzzer beaters to beat one team, whether he's hitting 13 free throws to beat another, what can you say about just the ice in his veins and just the preparation that he has coming into big-time spots like this?
Yeah, we have a saying too: hard work works. Hard work works. If you put the work in, good things are going to happen. And that's why he makes the shot last Saturday. That's why he has moments like tonight. That's why Amin had moments like tonight. They work hard. And they do it on their own too. It's not just always us getting them in the gym. Like these guys, sometimes I have to kick them out of the gym because I don't want to be too much on their legs. But that's what you want in your program.
Danny, you mentioned after yesterday's game that you kind of expected a slow start and just the other team having kind of getting the nerves out. So today, I guess what was kind of the biggest thing was just Weaver's defense that kind of held you guys in check for most of that first half.
Yeah, I didn't expect it today. I didn't want it. And even in pregame, I kept telling them we need to put them on their heels the first 5 minutes, because I knew that's how they come out. They come out when they get going offensively, they're tough to stop. But I thought defensively that's where they got us on their heels. They were switching everything and really trying to deny. And, our offense was pushed out. Our drivers weren't, being super aggressive. We were kind of just passing the ball around. And, once we kind of settled into the game, I thought the last probably 30 minutes, I thought X got it going. In that first half, if he doesn't get it going, we're in trouble. He started hitting some of those threes and got us back into the game by being aggressive, and then everybody else's confidence kind of built from there.
It just, it's been such a special season for you guys at this point. Just one more game, obviously, to check off the kind of that final goal for you guys. But so, how do you guys, I guess, kind of enjoy it while also at the same time kind of, focusing forward?
We'll enjoy it till midnight, and then we got to pay rent tomorrow. And tomorrow, the big rent check's due. And I want these guys to enjoy it because this is what they work for. It's not like I'm gonna go back and we're gonna beat them down with stuff we didn't do well. Like, they got to enjoy it. They're college kids. They played a fantastic game against a fantastic team, and we'll enjoy it till midnight. They got to get rest and get some food in them, and be ready to go tomorrow.
Obviously, returning to the Big Sky Championship again. You were there last year. What do you take, if anything, from last year's experience that you pass on to the guys, which most of them were there last year?
Yeah, I think we came out slow last year too, and it was after an emotional game against Southern Utah where it went to overtime, and our guys, that first 5 minutes, it was like we were stuck in quicksand. Last year it was almost like we're here. And it's like, we've been grinding all summer, for this moment, and it doesn't matter if we play Northern Colorado or Portland State. They're both terrific teams, and they're playing great right now. And so we're gonna have to be better tomorrow night.
1959, at Street's Grocery in Whitefish, Montana's special spice was born. Alpine Touch. It's the taste you grew up with, well seasoned through the test of time, as the tradition carries from one Montana generation to the next. From its humble beginnings to a trusted brand, here's to the next 60 years. Alpine Touch. Montana's special spice since 1959.
Really proud of our kids, proud of our team, I'm proud of our kids. Love them to death. They've given us their heart and soul all season long, and it hurts. It really hurts.
Coach, we'll take questions for either coach.
What was going into your head starting the game with Bassett going on?
I'm sorry, I can't understand.
What were you kind of looking at when you have a player like Dante Bassett and be able to start the game with what we were saying 7 points just right off the start of it?
We wanted to try to go with Bell a little bit. We wanted to make him guard, and we threw it in there. Dante came through. He started off the game really well for us.
Any other questions?
Dillon, obviously, it's clear you were affected by the last play and what that meant to you. What did you see as that play unfolded, and kind of your thoughts on just the last 3-4 minute stretch?
We wanted time to score. We knew we were down 3, so we needed a 3. Kobe got another good look and just missed it. And, I was just there to get the rebound. I knew the time to score, so I knew I didn't have enough time to get it to another person or find somebody, so I just shot it. And I just missed. Sometimes it just goes like that. I can't do anything about it. All I can do is just get back in the gym, keep moving, shoot it like I done this past year. All I can do is just keep that mindset, keep moving.
Coach, overall, in the second half of the game, kind of slowed down a bit. How do you think that affected your overall offensive production after a strong start?
I'd be honest with you, I thought we missed a lot of open shots. I mean, you look at the percentages, and they shot a good percentage and we didn't, but I had no problem with our offense. I thought we took good shots, we got good shots, and they just didn't go in. They didn't go in down the stretch. We had really good looks. Sometimes that's the way the ball bounces. Theirs went in down the stretch, and ours didn't. But I had no problem with how we played offense.
Absolutely. And what are you most proud of overall this season?
these guys, the character of our team. I got tremendous kids. They're really good basketball players, but they're better people than they are basketball players. And now we brought in some new guys, and they came in and they bought into our culture. They bought into how we do things at Weber State. And this team, I've been doing it 16 years. This team has cared as much about winning and about each other as maybe any team I've ever had. And I love them for it. And I wish they had a better fate. I think we deserve a little bit better, but that's the way the ball bounces, and it didn't work out. But I absolutely love this team. I love this team, and I love what they're all about. And that's basically it.
Coach, you're going to lose a lot of size at the end of the season. What is going to be your focus going into next year to replace the production from Dante Bax and Kobe McEwen, a lot of these guys that left away this year?
It's the last thing on my mind right now is how we're going to replace guys. I'm sorry, you got to ask the question. I get it. We're going to figure it out. We're going to have another good recruiting class like we usually do, and we're going to figure it out. Right now, I'll worry about that down the road. I know you got to ask it. No offense. We'll worry about it later.
Dillon, just from your angle, Randy said what he was proud of. What are some of the things you remember about this team? And just kind of the success you had, best start of the season in program history, not program history, about 37 years. And how hard is it to kind of come down to one game?
I just think the main thing I remember is just about, like Coach said, how much we care. Like, we have a locker room full of guys that care as much as my team cared. You just want to have the option to remember. I just have good faith that our team will go down and remember this is like we didn't leave anything. We didn't leave anything to regret for sure. We left it out there. We did exactly what our coaches asked us to do. We played as hard as we possibly could. We stopped the MVP of the league. And we did everything that you say you're supposed to do to win a game, and then the ball just doesn't go in. It's so good that the game of basketball, you just got to take the have the good. That's just how it goes. So like I said, I just remember this team. The team that just left it out there. So you can go back a lot of times and see teams, and a lot of people will tell you they should have done this, should have done that. My team will have that to say in the future. So that's what I'm proud of my team.
Coach, this is probably something else that would be something I'm thinking of, but we've seen other coaches, the Big Sky, talk about potential postseason bids, postseason conference.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
We've seen other coaches in the Big Sky in this tournament talk about postseason bids and other college basketball invitational tournaments. Is that something that you would consider or something you think is in the charge?
I don't know. We'll talk about that. We'll about stuff later. Yeah, I know you got to ask the question. I don't have any answer for you. I'm sorry.
Any more questions? Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.